Hey everybody, today is Thursday, March 20th, 2025. We are here in Oviedo, or how do the directions call it?
Oviedo
or Oviedo, which I think it's Oviedo, Florida. I don't know. I've never been here before. This is a first time ever for me being here in this town. And since we were in the town, I had to do a little quick Google search to see if there were any Goodwills in the area, and sure enough, this town does indeed have a Goodwill. So we're gonna pop in, we're gonna see what we can find, and hopefully today will be slightly better than yesterday, where we found very, very little. I'm hoping for a Goodwill with a ton of media and a lot of cool finds and retro toys and vintage glassware for you, and
reasonable prices,
and a really good deal on a Dooney and Burke vintage Dooney and Burke bag. Right? We're gonna see what we can find. Hopefully we find some good deals today, because yesterday wasn't so hot. We're due for a good find. So all right, let's pop in. Let's see what they got, and hopefully they got something good here in Oviedo. Let's see what they have. All right, so immediately when I walk in, I'm finding a Jurassic Park dinosaur. That is actually really awesome for only $3.99. Not something I need, not something I'm gonna pick up, but pretty awesome. I wonder if this was from like Universal Studios. Maybe this was something you could like win at the park by playing a carnival game. I have no idea. Comments down below if you know. That is pretty cool though, but I have no need for a Jurassic Park dinosaur plush, but it is pretty cool. I don't know, maybe if it was like the T-Rex, maybe then. But let's face it, I don't need any plush, even if one of them happens to be a Bluey plush or a Pikachu plush. Okay, I had to check. It doesn't have its original tags. Had the Pikachu had tags, maybe I would have grabbed that for Sean. But anyway, I don't need any plush whatsoever in my life. I've got, well, I say that, though yesterday I picked up a Dale plush. Okay, I take everything back I just said. I do occasionally need plush in my life, just not any of those plush. Very picky when it comes to the plush. Although, oh my gosh, look at the Pound Puppy. I think that's a like a reissue, re-release of the Pound Puppies. Yeah, look at that. What is the date on this Pound Puppy? It is 2019. Yeah, they re-released all the like original Pound Puppies. Oh my gosh, they did a good job remaking these. I think they're like, I don't know if they're like exactly like the old ones, but man, they are like spot on. These are cool. I love this. I have one of the reissue. Or no, actually, I lied. It's not a reissue. It's an original Pound Puppy. I think somebody sent me an original Pound Puppy of the Pound Puppy I used to have when I was a kid. That Danielle, she's over there somewhere. That Danielle lost when I gave it to her back when we dated when I was a teenager. But yeah, I have an original Pound Puppy. I don't think the one I have is a reissue or remake, but man, these are cool. They did a good job. These really do feel like the original thing. Oh, telling everybody about the story about how I used to have this really cool, amazing, awesome Pound Puppy that I used to sleep with every night as a that I used to sleep with every night as a child. It was my childhood toy. It was my childhood sleeping toy. Some people had teddy bears. I had a Pound Puppy that I loved so much, named Couple Spots. And then I met this girl, and I was 14 years old, and I gave her my childhood toy. Whatever happened to that toy?
My parents sold it at a garage sale.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, the reissues are pretty cool. They do really feel spot on, but I don't need that. Somebody was nice enough to send me a vintage one, so I have a fake.
Maybe it was yours.
Toy. I highly doubt that.
You never know. Were they from our area?
I highly doubt it. I have never seen a single episode of Naruto Next Generations. I know who Naruto is. I've seen those. I own some of that show. I've seen some of that show, but I've never seen Boruto, if I'm saying that correctly. Probably not. I have no idea about this anime. I'm sure it's probably pretty good, but I don't know anything about it. What are they asking on the Funko Pop here? They're asking $13. I don't need it. I'm gonna pass on. I don't need any pops, but I definitely don't need one for an anime series I've never seen. So pretty cool, pretty awesome, but it's a pop I don't need. I know I should just probably be heading immediately over into the media section, but for some reason I found my way over here into the toy section, and right away, look at this. I'm finding an Epcot Germany mug. Look at that. It's a Stein or whatever you call these things. That is cool. I have never seen this before. Looks like it's old school too, I think. I have no idea. That is a really, really cool Stein. I have never seen this before. But I'm thinking with that logo, this has got to be vintage, right? Unless, like, this just came out. Sometimes they release things in kind of like a vintage sort of way. I have no idea. This was this is either vintage or it's new, or if it is vintage, somebody kept really good care of it because, like, the sticker on the bottom looks good and everything. I have no idea. That is neat. I should probably look this up. That is cool. It's something I don't need, but I feel like I should look this up. All right, so looked it up, and turns out it's not actually a vintage mug. It's only from 2024, so I guess it's made to look vintage, but it is kind of cool, and going for like decent amounts of money on eBay. So I'm thinking I should pick this up. I guess it's something that's kind of sought after. Should I buy this for only $1.99? I kind of think I should. I mean, do I need to pick up an Epcot Germany Stein? No, but I'm gonna pick up a Germany Epcot Stein. You guys know I've got to do it. I've got to ask the Magic 8 Ball. Dear Magic 8 Ball, will I find any amazing movies over there in the media section? Signs point to no, but you will find a really cool upright base. Unfortunately, we're not really finding much over here in the toy section, though they do have a really awesome 3,000-piece Where's Waldo puzzle. That is kind of cool, but I don't really know if I have the time to be putting together a 3,000-piece Where's Waldo puzzle. Also, did they lose the rights to Hungry Hippos? Because I feel like Hungry Turtles would warrant a lawsuit. That is interesting. I've never played Hungry Turtles before. I kind of want to buy that just to play the game I've already played 1,000 times before, but this time with turtles instead of hippos. But I guess I'll end up passing on that. We could do the absolutely 80s quiz. So, which actor starred as Arnold Schwarzenegger's twin brother in Twins?
Danny DeVito.
Hey, see, we could get this. That's kind of cool. That's tempting. What are they asking on the 80s? It's $4. I don't know. That's kind of cool. That's a maybe. They've also got a bunch of Pokemon tins without cards for $1.99 a piece. Gonna pass on that. There's my favorite of the Inside Out characters. Oh, it's from Inside Out. Wait, is this a popcorn bucket? Oh, wow. Wait, is that what that is? Right?
I guess. So where's the
yeah,
drink?
I have no...
It was in the movie theaters?
I have no idea. I don't know what that is, but I'm now intrigued. This is why it's good to go shopping with Danielle, because I'm going to say you're probably going to tell me not to get that, right?
I was thinking I might want it for my office.
Oh, never mind. We might end up picking this up. I love this popcorn bucket. It is a popcorn bucket. It's from Regal Cinemas. It wasn't sold in the parks. This was when you went to go see Inside Out 2. You went to Regal, they would give you this popcorn bucket. This is really awesome. I love Anger. He's my favorite of all the characters. That is cool.
Do I've ever seen any of those movies?
How? I still don't understand how the psychiatrist hasn't ever seen any of the Inside Out movies. I don't understand that. I haven't picked up the second one yet. I got to get that. So we should watch. We have Disney Plus. We should just watch them together. Can we do that sometime soon? They're so good. It'll make you cry. I don't know about the second one,
I
but
don't need to cry
the
when I watch movies.
The first movie's gonna make first movie's gonna make you cry. I'm just gonna say bing bong. Anyway, should we get this for $6? It lights up. You put batteries in it and it lights up.
Cool light in my office.
All right, we gonna buy this?
Maybe.
I thought it was gonna be a no, but all right. Apparently, shopping with Danielle isn't always the best idea. Sometimes you do buy things you probably really don't need. All right, well that's gonna do it for the toys. I guess we're picking up all the Disney stuff. All right, we're finding some good Disney finds. Again, things we probably don't need, but things we're picking up. And do we need Do we need the hockey table?
No.
Max, come on, Max would love the hockey table.
No.
What are they asking on it? It's only $30 for a hockey table. I had one of those. It was a Ninja Turtles one when I was a kid. Fine. All right, moving on over into the media, and I'm not trying to jinx myself, or I'm keeping the power of positivity alive, but it's not a very large media section, and right away, I'm not really seeing anything jumping out at me. I mean, I don't know. I've got to go through it all. Maybe there is something over here I want to pick up, but I'm not finding anything. They got Seasons of 24 and Jag and King of Queens and Nip Tuck and South Park. It's all stuff I either already have or stuff I don't want. So I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look a couple times, but it's not looking good. All right, so went through all the media twice. I looked through everything multiple times, and unfortunately, I'm not finding anything there I need to pick up. It's either already stuff I have or just stuff I don't want. Not even a single Blu-ray over there. Went through the CDs as well, and I'm just not finding anything. So I think media is going to... What? Media is going to be a bust, but there is an upright base here. Look at this. It is $250 for the for the upright bass. That is cool. You know, I've always wanted to learn how to play an upright bass, not with a bow, but with just your fingers. Like I was in a psychobilly rockabilly band. I could join the Brian Setzer Orchestra. That is cool. Do I need an upright bass for $250? No, although that's a heck of a deal for an upright bass. I would be lying if I said I wasn't extremely tempted to buy this just to learn how to play it. That is cool. For the longest time, I wanted to learn how to play one of those. And now there's one right here. Again, the Magic 8 Ball was right. No media, but an upright bass for $250. Honestly, if it was in better condition, it's not in the best condition. If it was in better condition, for $250, I'd probably buy it. But in that condition, for $250, I mean, probably a good base to learn on, but no. Yeah, so unfortunately, media is going to be a complete 100% bust. I just went through all the records, and I'm not finding anything over here as well. So no movies, no CDs, no records, no upright bass, I suppose. And I guess no lady fight anime figure thing here. I have no idea what this is. They're asking $20 on it. I looked up to see like what this was and like what they sell for online, and they kind of range from like $20 to like $40. So this is pretty cool, but kind of like spot on to what I could just buy one for online. So I don't know. I don't need this for any reason. This would serve me no purpose. I don't need to have this like on display in the library. It's not something I'm familiar with, so I'm gonna end up passing on this. Oh, it's from One Piece. Okay, I've heard of One Piece. I've never watched One Piece. I know it's like one of the most popular animes out there. I've never watched it. I have some One Piece to get around to watching in my collection, but I haven't done it yet. So I know nothing about this. But again, it doesn't really go for very much or anything like that, and they were asking $20 on it, so it's cool, but I'm going to pass. I apologize if you guys heard the wonderful, colorful language coming out of that fellow over there who was very excited also about the upright bass. effing huge, I believe he said. It is pretty effing huge. Anyway, maybe he'll pick up the upright bass. I am going to pass. Again, very tempted, but not for $250 in that condition. All right, I don't even know where. I've lost Danielle at this point. I think she went to go look at clothing somewhere. I'm gonna quickly scan up and down each aisle, but I've got a feeling it might just be a couple of like Disney souvenirs. I'm not really finding anything else. I'm noticing a theme at this Goodwill. Lots of anime. There's a Pikachu there. They got a Hello Kitty and Friends glitzy pop sparkling tumbler down here. So lots of anime stuff at this Goodwill, which is pretty cool if that's what you're into. No anime DVDs or Blu-rays or anything like that. Not that I need more of those, but don't get me wrong. If they had like complete collections of an anime series, I'd probably end up picking those up. But otherwise, I would probably just end up staying away. So yeah, lots of random anime stuff here. If that's your thing, this is a pretty awesome Goodwill to come out to. I, however, am gonna pass on this stuff. Over here in their holiday section, they do have a pretty awesome Looney Tunes porcelain house, but again, it's things I don't need. I love me some Looney Tunes, but I don't need that, and I'm not finding any blow molds or any like vintage ceramic trees. They do have a pilgrim pig though. That's kind of cool, but I don't need the pilgrim pig. So I'm thinking. Oh, wait, well, hold on. I was going to say, I'm thinking the holiday section is going to be a bust, but we got to find Danielle now. These are brand new with tags, Disney Parks Halloween Mickey ears. These are cool, and I think they light up as well, which is pretty neat. They actually weigh like a ton. I can't imagine wearing these on your head for like a long period of time, but I don't think Danielle has these. I'm like 95% sure she does not have these ears. Again, I don't know where she went. She ran off to go look at toys, but we got to find her because, yeah, they're only asking $5.99, $6 for the ears. If she doesn't have these, I would be willing to bet she's going to want them. They're not the kind of ears she really likes, but I don't know, for $6, I don't know why she wouldn't buy these. All right, so if I was Danielle, where would I be? Here's all the clothing. I think I've officially lost Danielle. I don't see her anywhere. Maybe she's like behind the taller clothing. I have no idea. I've lost my wife. Oh, we're good. I have found her, and look what I
have those.
Oh, you have these? I was so excited. I thought I found something you didn't actually have. You what?
They're the worst.
Yeah,
They're so painful.
Did I not say that they are not the kind of ears she likes? But you already have these.
Yeah.
I was so excited. They're only $6. Fine, I'll go put them back. And that right there is why I always send photos to Danielle. Anytime I find a pair of ears, I always have to text her just to make sure she doesn't have them because I don't recognize these. I honestly thought she did not have those, but she apparently does have them. Even though she doesn't like those kinds of ears, of course she has those ears. You gotta buy them all. You have to buy every pair of ears. Is that George W? I think that's George W. Bush. Anyway, so all right, that's gonna do it for toys. That's gonna do it for all the other aisles. That's gonna do it for media. Unfortunately, I am thinking unless Danielle has found some clothing, it's just gonna be the Disney stuff. All right, so Danielle actually ended up finding one article of clothing that she likes. I like it. It's very like 90s. Yeah. That's what I like about it. You know what you need to wear with that though? I was gonna say a hat and a sweet pair of Doc Martens. Absolutely. And then some like tight.
I have a dress very
and some
similar.
tights, like some thigh-high tights underneath it. Oh my gosh, you would totally be.
You sound like my husband.
You look like you just came out of like Empire Records or something.
I wore that exact outfit to Death Cab.
That is true. You looked good for Death Cab. It was a good look. I like the 90s look. As a teenager in the 90s, I'm very nostalgic for 90s girly looks. You should rock that more. Go full 90s. Let's throw everything out in your closet and go full 90s.
Are you gonna replace everything?
Will we go full 90s?
Yeah.
Deal. Wow, they have got a ton of Funko Pops up here. Nothing really, though, I have any interest in. They got things like Iron Man and Doctor Strange, which is pretty awesome. Should we get this?
No.
You don't need more Funko Pops. You already have too many as it is. More Naruto down there. More Doctor Strange. They got Aquaman, of course. It's both Mera, who nobody likes anymore. I find that amusing that somebody got rid of those. More Naruto, Iron Man. And then these are what I kind of feel bad about. Hannah and Bear. These are a pop yourself. So this is... They like what?
She liked reading.
And what did he like?
He liked...
What is that?
Holding a board.
It's a pizza box, maybe?
Oh, maybe
I don't know.
Pizza.
Anyway, so I kind of feel bad because was this a couple that ended up splitting up? And then I question, was Grayson their child?
He's a little bear, and he liked Harry Potter.
He did. Look at that. I feel kind of bad. They're charging $8 for the Grayson and
for random people. Though.
Yeah, and $15 for the couple here. I mean, who would want these? Why would anybody? I mean, I don't know. I question if you're like really into collecting Funko Pops. Would these intrigue you because they're like one off? Like these are, you can't just get these.
Paint them into other things.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Buy them as like a base.
All right, fair enough. But I don't know. You're right. Probably way overpriced. They've got more Iron Man. They've got a Valentine's Kylo Ren.
He's only $1 less than Doctor Strange.
And they got more anime back there. I have no idea about. So lots of Funko Pops here, but nothing I need. Though we are checking out the Jim Shore nativity tree. That's pretty awesome.
I'm gonna see if it's broken.
You know what I am only now learning? What Jim Shore looks like. I have never seen a picture of Jim Shore, but why does he look like Kurt Russell? All right, well, that's a shame. We actually were thinking about picking up the Jim Shore Nativity Tree musical. This is pretty cool. We have a bunch of Jim Shore stuff at home, right?
Yeah, I have a bunch of Christmas stuff.
Yeah, we totally would have picked this up, but unfortunately, the angel's arms are like, busted off.
I can't fix her?
I mean, maybe with a little bit of super glue, you could fit. I don't know. Like, would it even light up anymore? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool, but that's a lot of broken arm. I don't know. Do you think you could fix it?
I'm trying to shove the wire back.
The wire doesn't even go back in. I think it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's so cheap though.
That's a shame. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. I'm sorry, Kurt Russell. Kurt's upset with us now. You know what Jim Shore is saying right now about his broken nativity tree? He's saying, no. Have you ever seen Tombstone?
No.
Well, we know what we're watching tonight. Right? Kurt Russell, right? All right, so I'm thinking we're just about done, though we are checking the front counter area, and you did see a Dooney and Burke bag back there for a pretty good price, but not in the best condition.
I can see the water stains from here.
Oh.
Like something's spilled in it.
Yeah. All right, so you're passing on the Dooney and Burke?
I think so.
All right, I like the Jack Aloha. That's cool. What is that from? I like that bag. That is cool, but not your vibe. No. All right. And they also got a PS3 back there for only $60. I don't know if that's a good deal for a PlayStation 3 or not. You guys can leave your comments down below. But until Sean starts playing his PS2, I'm not gonna buy him a PS3. They've also got like a cavalry sword, which is kind of cool, and some comic books and a whole bunch of stuff I don't have any interest in. So, all right, are we done? Mm-hmm. Okay. Hold on, wait a minute. Before we actually leave this store, they did have some more Disney ears, but Danielle actually already has all of those. We don't need them. And I found out why there were no video games or Blu-rays or anything like that back there. It's because they keep all that stuff up front here. So I'm not seeing anything I need, but they do have video games and they do have Blu-rays up here. Yeah, so unfortunately, I don't need any of these Blu-rays. It's all movies I either already have or just don't need. So I'm going to end up passing on all of those. And as far as the Wii games are concerned, I'm thinking it's more of the same. Yeah, nothing we want there. PS2, no, nothing really there. And PS3, again, we don't actually have a PS3 yet, but I'll look. And no, there's nothing there. They had one DS game, but I don't think we need digging for dinosaurs. No, we're gonna pass on that. So, all right. Well, we found the movies up here, the Blu-rays and the video games and whatnot, and we found more ears. But all right, now we're done. All right, guys. So that's gonna do it for the Oviedo. I think it's Oviedo.
I like the way that's
I do like the Oviedo that the that the GPS was saying. But all right, that's gonna do it for the Oviedo Goodwill. We found some things. We got a dress, we got some Disney stuff, but yeah, I'm not satisfied. So there is another Goodwill about 20 minutes away. We're gonna go check them out now. Why the heck not? We're in the area. We got some time to kill. We got 20 minutes of driving that we could kill some time with. So all right, let's head to the other Goodwill. Let's see what we can find there, and hopefully there we'll find a movie. At this point I just want to. I mean, I guess I technically had a movie yesterday, but I want more movies. I want lots of 4Ks. And Blu-rays and DVDs. I need a good movie haul. It's been a while.
Jim Shore angel tree.
And if we can find a Jim Shore, Kurt Russell, angel tree. That'd be nice too. All right, let's go to the next Goodwill. All right, so we've driven 20 or so minutes down the road. We're now here in Orlando, supposedly. Orlando's a very big area. That's kind of like back in Pennsylvania. And you would look something up and you'd be like, oh, this is Philadelphia? I think it's like the outskirts of Orlando, but we are here at this Orlando Goodwill to see what they have. I'm hoping, again, for movies and a Jim Shore Christmas tree and who knows, other Disney collectibles would be fun, but movies would be even more fun. This is a big Goodwill. All right. Keeping the power of positivity alive. There's a lot to look through here. All right, so I'm going to begin just immediately here in the movie section, but is this it? Is this all of their media? Just a couple of rows of DVDs and then a whole boatload of VHS. Not that I see any VHS I need. They've got some CDs here as well. I'm going to assume that just like the previous Goodwill, they probably keep their Blu-rays and their video games up front because there are no video games, there are no Blu-rays back here, but this is it. Not a very big media section, so not a lot to look through. I'm not seeing anything jumping out at me, but hopefully there's something here I need, but I don't know. Again, keeping that power of positivity alive. All right, well, I went through everything multiple times. Not that took me very long to do, and I'm not finding anything. I mean, they had Oliver and Company, which is cool, but I don't need that. They had Fury and 12 Years a Slave. There's Birdman, there's Whiplash. So they have good things. It's just good things I already own. Not a single CD I wanted, and I was hoping maybe they'd have a couple of cool VHS, maybe some horror or just some cool 80s or something, but there are no VHS tapes here I want either. So as far as movies are concerned back here, there is nothing, but I am now noticing there's an X-Men book down here. It's not in the best condition. I don't know how much their books are. That could be maybe possibly worth picking up, but you know what? Nah, it's kind of destroyed. All right, well, I'm trying, and I don't even know if it's worth looking through the records at this point. I'm sure the records have been gone through, but you never know. I have found some amazing deals on records, so you always just have to at least skim, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm not going too crazy. I am just kind of skimming through the through the records, and I'm not really finding anything. These are not in the best condition either, unfortunately, but again, you never know. They could have just brought something out. There could be something. There's Anne Murray. That's kind of cool. They could have brought something good out, but I don't know. I'm not holding my breath. Danielle just walked by to tell me that she's finding nothing, and I'm doing the same. There are no records. There were no DVDs. I didn't even bother to look through the books. Again, there was the X-Men book. That was cool, but terrible condition. I'm gonna look up front. I will go through the other aisles. I will look through the toys and whatnot. But before I do that, I'm gonna look up front to see if they have the Blu-rays and video games up there, because I'm assuming the store has to, right? They have to have Blu-rays. They have to have video games. It's 2025. How could you not have video games? How could you not have Blu-rays? Oh, I think I see them. All right, here we go. Although I don't see any Blu-rays, just video games, and it's all sports. Yeah. All right, well, if I didn't already have the Laura Dern pop, I would totally pick that up, but I already have that. Don't need that. All right, are you, not a single Blu-ray anywhere in the store? That's kind of weird. I can't tell you the last time I've been to any store and haven't seen at least one or two Blu-rays. They do have a Watto. That's cool. But I don't need the Watto. Oh my gosh, I love all the Star Wars stuff. Oh, the Power of the Force, that's cool. I don't know. I just like the episode 1 stuff. That is cool. That is tempting, but I don't need it. I'm gonna pass on it. Although, again, for the future beach house, do we need a lighthouse doorbell? Yeah, that's cool. You missed it. I found a really awesome lighthouse doorbell ringer thingy. We could get it for our beach house. I'm just saying. Although I'm assuming We probably have a Ring camera at our beach house. Yeah, so I guess it wouldn't work, but it's a sign. It's a sign. I just wish it was a sign pointing me towards all the Blu-rays. There are seriously no Blu-rays anywhere in this store. These, however, are kind of awesome. Look at the Street Fighter figures. Those are are interesting. Look at Guy there. Yeah, these are cool. Again, things I don't need, things I'm not going to buy, things I'm going to pass on. Are these all? Yeah, they're all individually priced at $15. Yeah, $15 a piece. Those are cool, but I don't need the Street Fighter figures. All right, well, nothing up here at the counter. Again, no Blu-rays. I'm gonna go through the toys and everything, but I don't know. No. Keeping the power of positivity alive. There's got to be something in this store I want, but we're not doing too good today. I'm honestly tempted to pick up the Dolphin boogie board here for only $4.99, $5 for the boogie board. We took the boogie board, the one I just bought a couple of weeks ago, we took it to Vero Beach with us. We actually ended up not using it because the beach was just way too cold. But Max was saying that if we did go to the beach, he really wanted to use my boogie board. So I'm kind of tempted to pick one up for him. I don't know though. Do you think he'd want dolphins? Probably not. I don't know. It's also kind of big, but oh, there we go. I mean, this one's got regular dolphins for only $4, and it's a little smaller. That's probably more his size. I don't know. I'll ask Danielle. I might want to pick one of those up for him because, again, he did want to use my boogie board, and if we go back to the beach, then he can use his own boogie board. So maybe we'll pick up the dolphin boogie board. All right, got a question for you. Do we need a boogie board for Max?
No.
But Max was saying he wanted to use my boogie board.
Yeah, so too.
But only one person can use a boogie board at a time. If we both have a boogie board, we could both boogie board at the same time. It's only $4. It's got cool dolphins on it.
I guess.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm no, yes, no.
That looks like not as nice as the other one.
No, the one I bought was really nice. The one I bought was like an $80 board for like $10. It was awesome. This is a $5 board for $5. No?
I feel like we're good.
All right, just remember that though when we go to the beach and I say, sorry, Max, I'm busy having fun on my boogie board. I know you want to borrow it. You could have had your own.
Say it like that.
Because that's how I say it. I'm joking. I'll let Max borrow my boogie board. But I'm going to give you guff for not letting him have his own. Honestly, it's kind of not in the best condition anyway. So, okay. Actually, I should have picked up there were two boogie boards. I saw two boogie boards for only $10 a piece. Again, really good, like $80, like $100 boogie boards. There were two of them. I bought one. That little voice in the back of my head was saying, just buy them both. And I went, nah, I don't need them both. Max and Sean and Danielle, they don't want to use a boogie board. It turns out Max did want to use a boogie board, so I only blame myself. But soon, I'll get to blame Danielle. It's not in good condition. I had to quickly walk back over here and check out the bike. Kind of looks like the Spice Girl bike. Actually, the colors of this are like dead on with the Spice Girl bike I have, and I thought for a moment I found one in like better condition. The one I have is like okay, but it's not nearly as in good of condition. Man, had this been like a nearly mint condition Spice Girl bike, I'd be losing my mind right now. But unfortunately, it's not. They do have a whole bunch of posters back here though. They got Garfield and Odie. They've got Family Guy. Okay. They've got a sports poster, maybe for Max. They've got Elvis Presley for me. Okay. South Park, Despicable Me. I mean, I don't really need a poster, but Max might. So not only am I finding a possible sports poster for Max, but they have another non-dolphin boogie board here in kind of. There it is. I was gonna say kind of in better condition, but that's got a hole in it. All right, fine. I thought I was gonna be getting Max a boogie board, but I guess not. Comments down below. What do you guys think this was used for? Actually, it doesn't even look like it was ever used at all. This thing looks to be in like completely 100% mint, unused condition. I think you put like a bucket in there. You know what I think this is? I think this is for people who do like line work, like on the telephone poles and whatnot, and the electric poles, right? Comments down below. I think that's what this is. What are they asking on this? Not that I want it. I'm just curious. I don't see a price. Oh, here we go. And they're asking only $10 for this. That's probably a heck of a deal. I can only imagine that rope alone probably goes for like way more than $10. That's, yeah, again, it's cool things, but I don't do line work. I don't plan on doing line work.
I don't think that's something
So
you get into.
I don't, yeah.
40s.
No, you don't just get into line work at the age of 42. No. I mean, that's kind of cool, but yeah, I guess we don't need this. Sometimes Danielle just really confuses me. We just found a WandaVision 1950s Wanda and Vision Funko set, and she goes, "No, we don't have any room for that." What does that even mean? We don't have, like, I know we don't have room for it, but how does that figure into buying things? I don't understand. I don't have room for most of the stuff I buy.
Yeah.
And guess what? I foolishly buy it anyway. All right. Well, unfortunately, I'm not really finding anything over here in the toy section. Although the Lifesaver Barbie is kind of cool, but I don't need a Lifesaver Barbie. I don't need an M&M dispenser, even though I really do love M&M dispensers. I've seen photos and videos of collections of these. They're so cool. It's such an awesome thing to collect. They made so many of those, but I don't need those. I did find Goku's feet, which is really weird. And this is cool. Look at the Yoda, I'm guessing like popcorn bucket or trick or treat pail or
Easter basket.
I mean, Easter's coming up, but buy me for Easter, you will. Mm-hmm. Wait, here we go. All right, talk. Do your best Yoda voice.
No.
I'm not going to do a Yoda voice, but I am going to buy a, what is that? Is that her universe?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. What's this one?
Oh, that one. It's a pretty decent brand. It's made well.
But that one behind that's like a Haunted Mansion?
Yes.
That's cool.
Last year, I think.
All right. I'm going to pass on the Yoda. Put me back on the shelf, you will. All right, well, we've been looking around, and we're not really finding anything other than two skirts. They have a knockoff Freddy Krueger mask. We're not finding anything, unfortunately. We've been up and down every aisle. There's just really nothing that we have any interest in whatsoever. We're not doing too good. We're not doing too good over the last 2 days at the Goodwills. I might be walking out of here I'm probably walking out of here completely 100% empty-handed. I just don't see anything I want to pick up. So, all right, I'm thinking that's probably going to do it for the store, unless you found out. Well, you're getting those, right?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. No sporting equipment for Max? No. I got myself a new sweet skateboard. Oh, totally buying this skateboard. Look at that. No? Come on.
I don't think that's applicable.
No? All right. Well, that's going to do it for this Orlando Goodwill where, yeah, I found nothing. I'm walking out completely empty-handed. At least you found that Haunted Mansion skirt.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. That's a good find. And then the other skirt, I guess, is that also good? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. We still have time to kill. Like we got to like 3. Do we want to quick Google and see if there's any other thrift stores in the area?
I guess so.
All right, I want to find something good today. If all I find is...
But back in the area we have to go.
Yeah, we'll head back towards that direction. All right. I want to find more than what I've found today, because what I found today is pretty much nothing. So, all right, let's go see if there's other pawn shops, thrift stores, something in the area. All right, we are here at the Hope Chest with the tiniest little baby parking lot in the entire world. Danielle, myself, and about 6 other people just spent the last 20 minutes driving around in circles, waiting for people to leave. So, all right, and we got 20 minutes or so to shop in here. That's it. We actually have to go finish what we're doing today in about 20 minutes. They just called us. So, All right, in and out of the store. We're gonna head right to the media section, see what they have there. We're gonna find something. Otherwise, this is the most stressful day of thrifting ever. All right, well, again, I'm gonna look for the media section, but I think we just found where Danielle's going to be
I mean, just
looking.
I have them all.
You have all these?
Yeah.
There's nothing in here you need?
No.
There's oh my gosh, they're all they got. I have them, but look, they've got the figment ears. I don't know if you have those either.
These I might not.
Oh, you see, now you gotta dig. You got the Yoda ears? Oh, Loungefly. Wow. They've got some nice ears here. You have like these, you have those, and you have those, and you have the haunted mansion. They actually have a surprisingly good selection of ears here.
I mean, I have like
You have them all.
95% of them.
You see, I'm not the only one who finds awesome stuff and then goes, but I got it all. All right, well, while Danielle still digs through the ears, I'm gonna quickly go through the movies. Not a huge selection here. I don't know, guys. I might not be finding any media today at all. Again, I'm keeping that power of positivity alive, but it's not easy at the moment. They do have seasons of Lois and Clark, the New Adventures of Superman. I already have all those, don't need them, but aren't those some of the discs, the Warner Brothers discs that actually have a disc rot? Leave comments down below. I think they are. Hopefully they will allow you to get a replacement for those. I know some titles they will, some titles are not gonna have. I did hear that they are putting out a complete Blu-ray set of Lois and Clark, which means I'll probably end up having to get that at some point. I like that show. That was a good show, but all right, again, I'm not seeing anything. Power of positivity. I just found something called Slasher. Never heard of this, but I grabbed it and like literally the whole thing just fell apart. The whole case just completely crumbled in my hand. So I'm just gonna leave that there. Never heard of it. Don't know what this is. It doesn't appear to be anything of any age. I think it's like a newer horror film. So I don't know what that is. I'm gonna end up passing on that. And I went through everything else and I'm not finding anything I need. There's nothing here I need for my collection. Nothing I want to pick up just at all. Although I did find this. Guinness World Records, the video game for the Wii. Now my son actually really likes Guinness World Records. He has a couple of the books. So I was thinking maybe about picking this up for him. I don't really know what it is or if it's something he would even want, but it's only $1. I like the fact that all their stuff is really well priced. So, all right, for $1, I'm gonna grab this for Sean. But I think as far as things I'm grabbing for me, I just don't see anything. I found all the CDs, went through all of those, nothing there. I don't have time to even bother to go through the records at the moment. So, not gonna do that. Anything else?
They have a punch bowl, but it's like part of a set, and I don't want the whole thing.
Why wouldn't you want the whole thing?
Because I don't want the giant platter that it's part of.
All right, found something for Sean.
Wompity womp.
Yeah. Wow. So this is the punch bowl. You want this whole big thing here?
I don't want this. I
You
just want the punch bowl.
All right. Well, hear me out. Would you pay $25 for if this was just here for $25? Would you buy that?
I don't know.
Because I mean, we don't need to keep this. I mean, yeah, it's cool. It goes with it, I guess, but we don't have to keep that. You can just have the punch bowl.
Yeah.
No? Yes?
No.
I know how badly you've been wanting a punch bowl. It's not bad. How many things are there? Like all of? Is it like complete?
I'm not sure.
All right. Well, you. Yeah. Are you gonna think about it?
Maybe.
All right. So we're passing on the Otis Spunkmeyer oven. That is actually really awesome. But we are getting the punch bowl.
Yes, only because I heard its life story.
All right. So the punch bowl actually belonged to a lady who works here. She was telling us the whole story about her childhood with the punch bowls from like the 1950s. Okay. We're sold, right? I mean, 20
and the story sold me.
$25 for that's a pretty good deal. We looked up to see what like equal ones go for online, and they're pretty expensive. So, all right, we're buying that, and I think are we just done now? What'd you find?
I just wanted
Baseball?
to see who it was.
Oh. All right, I think we're about done. Again, we got to go and do our things we have to do today. And that's gonna be it. Hey, I found media today. Kind of. I'm feeling like I probably should have looked around a little bit more. I'm seeing all this Disney stuff there I completely missed somehow, but we don't have time. We're good. We're done. Look at that. Oh no! Punch bowl in hand and still kind. Yo, honestly, why the guy didn't take the door from you, I don't know. But
I was trying to be nice.
all right, well, that's gonna do it for today's thrifting adventure.
I mean,
We found things.
I got this.
You got the punch bowl. Honestly, I guess
It's a glass ladle.
I guess it ended kind of well because you've been looking for a punch bowl with a glass ladle for a long, long time, and $25 for this whole thing.
And it was from
Pretty good deal. Yes, from the 50s. Life story. We know.
That's the most important.
We know it's
part.
history.
I know it's authentic.
That is true. We know it's not like something that was made recently. So that's good. All right, we found some stuff today.
Yay!
You're happy. I would have been happier had I found at least like one,
Now I'm gonna
maybe
go
one
make some
movie.
Punch.
Okay.
I'll put iced tea in
I
that.
don't. Oh, that's bad. I don't even like punch. All right, guys. So that's gonna do it. So as always, thank you all so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard every single month from the road. Also check down below for a link to Spreadshirt, where you can grab yourself retro rest out t-shirts, and also hit that join button and become a member of this channel to gain early access to all of our videos. And if you guys watch this video all the way until the very end, hashtag
Punch bowl party.
hashtag punch bowl party if you guys watch this video all the way until the very end. Glad to see you're happy. I got a rock. I feel like Charlie Brown. I didn't get any movies today. I know. Anyway, all right, guys, that's gonna do it. So again, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you do hit that subscribe button or you are subscribed, then we will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye. You know, I would love to say that I'm keeping the power of positivity alive, but I'm not sure anymore. This calendar store has like 6 calendars, and that's it.
They're all like animal themed.
You would think a calendar store would have more.
Handsome ladies and men.
It's about 95% collectible knickknacks and 5% calendars in that calendar store. So, not getting a
Could
calendar.
have got the men's with hens.
I could have got men with hens. I was thinking about it. I was tempted to, but I decided not to. Oh my gosh, it's a B. Dalton. I haven't seen a B. Dalton bookstore
Only real store.
in forever. Huh. All right. Anyway, I'm sure they have calendars too, but I don't care. Anyway, we're done with them all. Today has not been the hottest day.